What's up, team? It's Marcos Rivera, and today I want to talk about Netflix. Not just the recent price increase that they just announced to the world, and people are complaining that they're raising prices yet again, but there's something else going on behind the scenes that I want to point out that you may not notice, and that's going to give us two quick lessons that I think everyone can take away if you're thinking about raising prices. The Verge did a really nice chart that showed Netflix price increases starting from 2012 all the way to now. And you can see how they systematically kept increasing prices for their different plans. And that is one of the key lessons in terms of how they did it and in how they created a cadence around it. But the second thing is there is some other kind of background psychology going on too that I want you to know. So let me set the stage first, okay? Netflix, been around forever, one of the pioneer giants of streaming. They have 250 million subscribers out there, and they added about 9 million in the third quarter of last year. Now, to put it in context, they added about 9 million in all of 2022. So they are adding subscribers fast. And that's going to play into this price increase as well. So they went ahead and increased prices on two plans. Okay, they have more than two plans, but they really went after the folks in the premium, moving them to $22.99 as a $3 increase. They also moved up their basic plan, which is now $11.99, used to be $9.99. So it's a $2 increase or 20%. Netflix has a huge team around pricing. They've been analyzing, cutting their segmentation, their data, their usage, and they've done a lot of things to really change the dynamics of their value offering, right? So that $9 million of additional subscribers I talked about a second ago came from this huge shakedown of sharing accounts, right? And we've all done it, right? Hey, give your mom and dad or your brother your Netflix password and ID, and they can watch Netflix too over in their house, and they don't have to pay for an account. Okay, guilty, right? A lot of people have done this. They know that, and they've been watching it and tracking it for a while. So now they're nudging people over to getting new accounts, but that's not all that's going on. So check this out. $22.99 on the high end. You also have it's $15.49 for their standard plan, which most people are on in the middle. And then you have this $6.99 plan that's kind of their ad supported, right? If you don't mind the commercials and all the interruptions, which most of us do, then you're okay paying $6.99. And that is a very strategically priced plan. So lesson number one is you're aligning your pricing to different customer segments, which allow you to compete differently, capture different willingness to pay. So you don't have to raise prices uniformly or systematically across the board. Everybody gets a $10 increase. Everybody gets a $10 price hike. You can be very strategic on how you raise prices for each target group. Secondly, you have that mid plan, which is where everybody's hanging out. Now, remember I told you they raise prices on the basic, which they don't even sell? What are they doing? They're nudging you up closer and closer. So the jump from now $11.99 to $15.49, smaller jumps, about $3 and change. Whereas before it was a $9.99 to $15.49. It was a much bigger jump. So they're nudging you up there. So ultimately you're like, you know what? I might as well just move to the other plan, get the HD level quality shows and all the other good stuff that comes with that. So they're really using this as a way to take you off basic ultimately and nudge you up to the middle. And if you decide like, look, $15.49 is just too much for me to pay, well, we got the $6.99 savior down there, which can use as a safety net. So very good psychology to push people up. And then what they did is that $22.99 is now the new anchor. So $22.99, much higher price, but hey, look, if you want Ultra HD, if you want 6 devices, fine, pay that $22.99. Some people are fine with it. Still competitive with the movie tickets and all that stuff. And they use that as a different level of anchoring to say, look, you can pay $6.99, $22.99. Gee, that $6.99 looks so much cheaper now. A lot of psychology going on in moving folks into different plans, off of basic, into the middle. $6.99 is still going to scoop up a lot of folks. And that is how Netflix is competing. But the second lesson here, there is a second one, is about timing. And timing is everything when it comes to price increases, okay? This time, folks didn't necessarily freak out when Netflix raised the price. They're like, oh, here we go again. This is kind of an annual thing. So they've conditioned their audience to see these annual price increases. The folks on the existing plans get a little bit of time, a few months before it converts to the new price. New people pay the new price. It's a very familiar thing. And when you do that, folks get a little bit more used to when you raise prices, but you still have to be adding value along the way. And the big punchline here is that, hey guys, we're still way cheaper than a movie ticket, says Netflix, and we're investing $17 billion in content next year. So they're really trying to frame that you're going to keep getting more and more value as you stay with Netflix. All right. Hope this was helpful to everybody. Until next time. And that's the word on the street. If you want more of these videos, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.